What's up everyone, Rob from EMTBforums.com. I am up here on my 2019 Specialized Turbo Levo Comp Carbon. I picked up yesterday from the good guys at Berkshire Cycles. This bike, I've only ridden it for a couple of hours max, but they could have called this bike something completely different because it feels so different from the 2018 Turbo Levo, which was a brilliant bike. But this, oh man, I've got so much more riding to do before I can bring out a proper review. So it's going to be a couple of weeks, but just on riding it around here in the local trails, it feels completely different to anything I've ridden from any electric mountain bike manufacturer. They completely revised it. It follows the stump jumper design with the side arm, all new geometry, all new battery integration, new motor, new software, everything about the bike's new, 29-inch wheels. There's loads of information about it all over the internet, so you can find it all out there. But what I'm going to bring over the next few weeks is my own riding experiences. I'm not a pro, I'm not a bike tester, but I have owned the Levo for a while and I'm really familiar with it, so I can bring you my thoughts and opinions just for, you know, everyday use for trails, bike parks, all that kind of good stuff. So this is going to be what I'm going to be riding for this whole year, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it because first impressions are it is gonna be a category leader, no doubt, and set the benchmark for what electric mountain bikes can be like over the next few years. So it is so exciting. I've been saying it for ages on my channel, but electric mountain bikes are growing, the technology is evolving, they are becoming lighter, they're becoming just more and more like a regular bike than ever, and it is so exciting to be coming along on this journey. But this bike it's outstanding to ride. I'm just gonna say that right now because it feels light. It feels light at the front, it feels really agile, but you still have the power of that excellent Bros Mag S motor to propel you along. So, oh man, early days, but what we'll do is we'll have a quick look at the bike, have a walk around, I'll show you as much as the detail as I can, and come online, come to the forums, because if you want to know any more info, I'll be able to answer everything. And if you've got a Levo, if you're thinking of it, give me a shout, and I'm more than happy to help you out with any questions that you've got. But let's have a look. Let's have a look at the bike, shall we? So this is the Comp Carbon. Now, in the UK, the price is £6,000. What I have noticed is, depending on which location in the world that you are, the price has fluctuated a little bit. So some have had quite a big price rise, some have been not a massive price rise, but it is an expensive mountain bike, but you do get the most cutting edge bike in the world. They saved loads of weight on the frame and the way that the battery mounts and the motor. So this bike here is the lower spec compared to my 2018. So this is the Comp Carbon. My 2018 was the Expert, but this is 1.5 kilograms lighter than my higher spec in the range 2018 bike. So that is really, really significant. And as you go up through the range, you can get different components right up to the S-Works, which is an expensive bike. It's 10 grand, but that is 19.5 kilograms. So under 20 kilograms is the absolute sweet spot, but this is 21 bang on, and it feels so good and so lively to ride. The biggest thing I've noticed is the way that the front feels compared to the 2018. The front feels less vague, shall we say. So like I say in all my videos, I'm not the most experienced mountain bike rider, I'm not the most skilled, but I felt sometimes that I couldn't get as much feedback as I'd like from the front end, and I did have some spectacular wipeouts where I've lost the front. This feels totally different. Whether it's the head angle or the geometry or just the whole kinematics of the bike and how they've changed it feels way more planted. So instead of, I don't know what it is, instead of my weight being distributed in a place where I don't get the feedback, it feels like my weight is exactly where it needs to be. So it really tips into the bends, tips into the corners and the trails easily, and you can feel exactly what is happening through the bars. You get some really, really great feedback. The 29-inch wheels probably helped some of that because the weight of the wheels is less. They've gone for a 29-inch wheel for less unsprung weight, and kept some of those components on the drivetrain as light as they possibly can to keep the weight down. But that's my immediate impression. It feels light, agile, and easier to handle, and gives you better feedback compared to the 2018. My initial impressions of the motor are it is powerful. However, this bike here, contrary to what I've read about that motor being really quiet, it is a little bit louder than the old Pros. It could just be this, because I've experienced two versions of the same bike that have exactly the same motors that have sounded different. But this one, I will see if I can get some audio. Motor seems a little bit noisier. A bit more high pitch maybe. It's definitely, to me, a little bit louder. But look what we got on this one. So comp carbon. This is the, I don't know what this is the dark blue. They probably call it something slicker than just dark blue, but it's really, really dark blue, almost black. I really like the fact that you can see some of the carbon weave through the gloss. It looks really, really slick. When the pictures leaked, and I know on the forum loads of pictures leaked online, it really didn't do it justice, because when you see it here, it just looks svelte. I think where the down tube is smaller before, it gives you, or it did give on the pictures, the overall impression that it was quite bulbous down here. I mean, it's got a motor in. There's only so much engineering you can do to get it looking small. But if you look at it from here, from this angle, doesn't it look nice, man? It looks really, really neat. The side arm looks really sweet. It covers a shock. It just looks, I think it looks fantastic. 29-inch wheels, metric shock, so you can change it if you want to pop your own shock on it. Bottle cage. This feels a little bit different from last year's. It feels a little bit more rugged. It's a little bit thicker than the previous gen. So hopefully that won't get as much water. Maybe it's a bit more sealed. I don't know if they've used a different manufacturer for this. Walk assist kicks in almost immediately. Like as soon as you press it. On the 2018, I had loads of problems with it. When I went up to Scotland in my Ben Nevis video, there were so many times that I needed to use it and it just didn't work. It didn't kick in. But this is like instant engagement, and it just works all the time. Guide RE brakes, Fox 34 Rhythm. I think they're like OEM specific, but they're like the Fox 34 Performance. They're all right. I've bottomed them out a couple of times around here, just doing some of those little jumps, but it's probably because I need to tinker around a little bit. I just did some basic setup for my weight. And the Fox shock on the back, Fox float DPS seems all right. Look at that. The way that the battery integrates, you take this off here, slides right up there into the tube. Specialized engineered it, so all of the cables are internal. They go along there, down the side arm, and then down there, whereas before they all run up the down tube, so you could see them when the battery is out. But to make this as thin as possible, they've designed it so it goes down there, which is really, really cool. I heard that Specialized had around 18 engineers working on this bike. This is an incredible piece of engineering that you've brought to market, so massive congratulations and thanks, because yeah, it's pretty sweet. Anyway, there's loads more riding that I want to do with this bike until I can do like a proper review. I don't feel comfortable just on an hour's kind of ride out. Even a couple of days probably isn't enough, because I really want to understand what's great about it and what's not, because let's face it, nothing is perfect, is it? So I'm going to find out what isn't perfect or what I would change. But like I said, my first impression of the bike is that they could have called it, I don't know, something completely different and marketed it as a new bike, and that would have been cool because it feels so different to the old Levo. It's a brand new generation, and this is the future of electric mountain bikes. It's so exciting for 2019. The bikes I'm really excited about are obviously this one, the Lapierre, the High Bike, the Fly-On range, and all of this innovation coming out from all the best engineers and most talented designers is making this a really exciting time to be getting into electric mountain bikes. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, please like, because I bring loads of stuff out, weekly videos. We're going to be doing way more live stuff. Head over to emtbforums.com as well. Check me out on Instagram. I'll link all that good stuff below, and let me know if you've got any questions or comments about this bike down below in the comments, and I do answer as many, if not all, of the comments as I possibly can. So anyway, cool. I will catch up with you all soon. Peace out. Bye.